What we're here to talk about today is the addition of two new student resource officers to our Utica Community Schools high schools, those being Henry Ford II and Stevenson High School. Obviously, school safety is something at the top of everybody's minds right now. I'm a parent of 3 children, school-aged 8, 6, and 2, and unfortunately, they're growing up in a different world than I grew up in not too long ago. School safety is of our, like I said, utmost concern to our community, to the parents that live in this city. Sterling Heights is a destination for a lot of people because we have great school rankings, both with Warren Consolidated and Utica Community Schools, and because we have a safe community.
And lucky to have them. I know the district is welcoming us with open arms, so it's a great day. And as a proud product of Utica Community Schools, I went to Henry Ford High School to know that there's a full-time officer in that school now to get, again, another layer of protection. So a great collaborative effort with Utica Community Schools. This school resource officer not only is there to enforce the laws, but is also part of the staff, part of the administration, and their job is to make sure they know what's going on with that school, create partnerships with the kids, and it really heads off a lot of problems before they even begin. And I really believe that this SRO position is going to do exactly that. We've been fortunate with Warren Consolidated Schools to have an officer, full-time staff at Sterling Heights High School for many years.
The purpose of the SROs, we had retired police officers in our schools, but in our conversations in recent weeks with the chiefs, we have decided that we would work together with the support of our Board of Education to bring back the school resource officers, just as the chief had said, so that there is a uniformed officer in our schools, so that there are partnerships developed, the relationships with kids, the partnerships with our school administrators.
One of the commitments our board has supported is, in addition to having Officer Greg Muir in our Sterling Heights High School, our district employs a Director of Security and Crisis Management who is responsible for coordinating all of this activity among what we call our emergency partners. So I'm very thankful to our board for supporting that for many years. And as has been mentioned, we have enjoyed a resource officer in our schools for many years. And for those of you who have children in school, you can appreciate someone in that capacity who has access to both what happens in the city and the school becomes a really important conduit for not only preventative measures, but simply knowing what's going on in the community.
I applaud Utica Community Schools, Warren Consolidated Schools, and the City of Sterling Heights for their initiatives in working together to stem the tide of these threats and protect our children while they're in their classrooms. And it couldn't come at a better time. This problem is growing. In 2016, our office prosecuted 17 individuals for threats of terrorism. 2016, we prosecuted 17 individuals for threats of terrorism. Since the Parkland tragedy, which was 5 weeks ago, we have prosecuted 40 individuals, 40 students for threats and false threats of terrorism. So every one of those, 30 juveniles and 10 adults have been prosecuted since that time.
We're also introducing a new program for our elementary-aged kids starting this September in both Warren Consolidated Schools and Utica Schools called Smart Moves. It's an 8-week anti-drinking drug program that'll start this September. And again, telling the kids the harmful effects of alcohol, cigarette smoking, vaping, which is becoming epidemic in all schools throughout the state of Michigan. We're going to be there teaching 5th graders in Warren Con, 6th graders in Utica Schools the harmful effects of these drugs, the decision-making process, and consequences.